の夜も
And welcome to the Otaku podcast. Oh, I can't
Podcast.
talk. I'm off to a good start.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Otaku podcast.
It's Joey Wheeler from the podcast.
Oh man. I'm Jonathan, and he is Daniel.
I am Daniel.
And we like to talk about anime.
Do like that. And I've actually started some animes that I have not watched before this week. So this is good.
Oh, some new material.
Old
you got?
material.
Oh, I decided to go back in time.
I did go back in time. So as I've said on here before, I'm watching My Love Story, the one with the really, really big guy and the tiny girl, and that's good. But also, one of my coworkers suggested, because he likes SAO, and like me, the first 17 episodes, and he recommended Log Horizon. So have you seen that one?
I haven't. I'm not really sure why. I saw that it was a popular one, and I didn't ever get around to it. So tell me about it.
Yeah, well, I'll give you the gist. It's so it's like SAO, trapped in the video game, right? No log out button where you can't get away. So the game is it's a map of the current world, but half scale. And so they're playing the game, and then all of a sudden the logout button's not there. And it's not a new game. The game's been going on for a long time. It's just a recent update in the game caused this catastrophe. And so everyone becomes their character. They don't do them dirty like an SAO where all of a sudden you go to how you are in real life. You actually get to keep the character you created, which is
don't do them dirty. I mean, that could be a pro or a con.
I know, right?
Probably a con.
Well, there is a girl. There is a girl who wanted to be a big buff guy character, but then once this happened, she's like, "Oh no, please, I want to be a girl." And so, now what I will say, because it's essentially an isekai, right? To an extent. And I will say I like it, because my problem with isekais in general is just I'm new to this world. How does everything work? And then all of a sudden you're spending so much of your watch time on exposition of this is the way the magic works in this world. This is the way that the guild works in this world. This is the way that and you're sitting there listening to exposition a lot, and then the character's just overpowered, and then that's it. Well, what I like is the character's not overpowered, which is nice, but the exposition is done in the form of strategy. And so the main character is a strategist. That's his class, right? He's like a wizard of some kind, and he's the strategist. And so in his group, he's always able to look at the situation and be like, okay, you attack here, you attack there, blah, blah, blah. Well, the exposition comes into play where he's just like, okay, well, I know that he is a fighter, this class. Those people have this ability, so I'm going to have him use that ability here. She's an assassin, this class, so I'm going to have her do this. And so you're learning about the classes, but just because he's thinking about it as he's telling him what to do. And I like the exposition that way. I think it just makes it more like you're watching the show rather than taking a break to learn. And
I like that.
Yeah, so they're just trying to figure out how to get out of the game is all it is. They don't even know how they got in there, but yeah, it's pretty fun. It's not ecchi at all. It's just a story.
Okay.
I recommend
it. No perverts.
Oh, there's perverts.
It's
just not.
Oh. Okay.
The
That's
guy
definitely
the
that.
guy claims this. One of the main characters claims there's two types of guys. There's perverts, and then there's perverts who are essentially closet perverts.
There's perverts
So
who won't admit it.
they won't admit they are. Anyways, so it's
So
good.
the way that they tell the story is like what you were telling me, is he like kind of analyzes things. He's a strategist. That reminds me of the show it's finished for now, unless they come out with a second season. But it's as a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world. It's like it's this kid who is born with a skill that's like an appraisal skill, and I'm not sure if I talked about it before, but yeah, he can like see, he can like look at people and see like, okay, this person's going to be really good, a really good fighter, or this person's going to be really good leader, you know, that kind of stuff. Basically, like looks at them and can see all of their stats and their potential. So, but yeah, I like that perspective.
That is cool. It's I think that appraisal power is one of those things where on paper it's like that's kind of dumb, but then
Yeah,
once you see how he uses it creatively, like to like determine a person's value and stuff, it's like that's actually kind of OP. You
yeah,
can see how good they're going to be and stuff. That's pretty cool.
cool. Is there other shows that you had to go into the vault for?
Well, I did start one I have seen most of before, mostly because I'm trying to get pumped for a race. I started Haikyuu
Okay.
again,
Mm,
and
that's a good
and
one to get
I also
pumped for
stopped right before
sports.
the. Yeah, I know, right? I'm super pumped. Um, you know the it's like the dumpster battle or whatever that they do. It's like the movie that came out or whatever for Haikyuu. Um,
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen it, and so we saw the preview in theaters or whatever when we went to go see the Spy Family movie, and I thought, oh, we
Mm-hmm.
need to catch up on IQ, and so this is kind of going off of that. So between that and slowly working my way through Ragnar Crimson and slowly working my way through Adi Frueta and slowly working my way through all these shows, I'm getting there.
Hey, it sounds like you're making a lot of progress. Um, I've I wish I had more time to be watching stuff. I mean, I still have had enough time that I'm like keeping up, but you know, I spent a lot of time reorganizing our house. Basically, I moved my daughter into our old room, um, and then we moved into her room, and then moved my youngest into my son's room, and vice versa. So we just played
Musical
musical rooms, and
chairs.
we painted. Yeah,
Nice.
we painted the biggest room, the master bedroom. It looks really cool, and I'm happy with how it turned out. But I'm still physically tired from that. So you're just like carrying stuff and painting, and that's pretty much it. Somehow I was able to find time to catch up, mostly because I usually watch anime when I'm like going to bed. So I watched some more of I Parry Everything. Like I Parry Everything, I thought was just gonna be so dumb, and it's cooler than I thought it would be. It's not like a like S tier. Um, I'd probably give it like a B plus, B plus.
Okay.
Um, but it's still fun to watch because he doesn't really have any other ability other than he technically he has other abilities, but um, his only like real skill is parrying, obviously.
Okay.
But anything that attacks him, he can parry it, and you know, sometimes when you parry it back to the enemy, and that's generally how he seems to be able to kill them. So he has like this unofficial apprentice who just decided, like, just begged him to be an apprentice. And he's like, I don't have anything to teach you. All I can do is break stuff. But she thinks he's like amazing because he beat this enemy and saved her life, and so there's that cool, interesting and dynamic there, and that's a good one that I've been watching. There's Why Does Nobody Remember Me in This World? I don't remember if I said it in the last time we had a podcast, but there's just some shows lately that just the CG, they just decided to start doing CG again, and it sucks. They should stop doing that.
Yeah, I think we talked
I'm not-
briefly about how crappy CG is going.
Yeah, they had one Windbreaker come out. Yeah, I think I do remember talking about this a little bit. There was Windbreaker that did a really good job in the fight scenes with CG, but there's some new shows that I've been watching that I can look past the bad CG and it's still a good show. But there's Wistoria One and Sword that I've really liked, and it has a little bit of CG. It's not bad. Like, overall, I really like it. Where is it? There's Why Does Nobody Remember Me in This World? That one has some not so great. I Became the Strongest and Annihilated Everything with Low Level Spells. That one has so much bad CG. Like, I would, everything else about the show I really like, but it's like they couldn't decide if they wanted to do a video game or a TV show, because it has like, it's very much that same type of animation that you see in video
like
games,
cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So that's pretty bad. But yeah, I mean, despite that, there's obviously like a lot of good shows that have come out, and I'm enjoying them. That time I got reincarnated as a slime might be an exception to that. There's a lot of just talking and silly, like, government building type, like community building type of stuff. It's just very slice of life-ish. And I would rather see a little bit more action going on and get to the plot, because that's not the main plot. Is not, okay, let's build this city. That's a piece of it. Obviously the monsters just want to live in peace with the humans, and the humans don't want to, and that's a big piece, but it's not like the main thing. They're fighting all these other cities and demon lords and stuff. So anyway, I'm hoping that they get back to the main thing there. And then there's No Longer Allowed in Another World. That's the one that I think I mentioned. The guy is like, he kind of wants to die, I guess. So yeah, there's like a lot of suicide type of stuff in it.
Was that the one where he's like the author? He's like an author or something. Yeah,
he's a writer.
Saw a clip. Yeah, writer. I saw a clip of it, and I like the style. I just don't. So I want to watch it. I'm kind of waiting for more to come out, but I did kind of want to watch that one.
Yeah, it's growing on me. It becomes less about suicide. Just because he's just so dramatic about like death and stuff, and he has a certain power that I don't want to spoil, but there are other worlders that get summoned in, and they kind of they let their powers go to their head, and he's kind of like the only one that's not really letting that happen, because he'd rather just write a good story.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good so far.
Cool.
Yeah. I
Hey.
did have some questions for you though.
Oh no.
I wanted to ask you because one of our favorite shows is Psyche. So I wanted to see how many tropes, like anime tropes, you could come up with
From Psyche.
just in general. Because they do that a lot. They're just like throwing anime tropes at you constantly. Just like,
Well,
I don't know
you
if
got
it's necessarily a trope, but it's like, yeah, the guy who can like summon and see ghosts and stuff. Yeah, his name.
You got the perv. He addresses some rapid fire in the beginning with like punching people so hard that like their clothes rip off, but still cover just the essential bits.
Yep.
Yeah, there's that. There's the colored hair phenomenon that Psyche creates using his powers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's because of him. That's why everybody has colored hair.
Yep. Because he didn't want to change his hair color, so he just made everyone else's hair weird. Well, one of my favorite characters in all of Psyche, because of the character development, is Psycho, the rich guy, the stereotypical anime rich guy, who I just love when he's trying to buy Nendo to be his servant, and Nendo uses the briefcase to like save a kid from drowning, even though it can't float. So it's like he feels bad and makes it float for him so that he could save the kid.
Yeah, that could have been really
Oh,
heartwarming and
the Chunibyo, the sealed right arm of Kaido.
Oh, yeah.
Where he just the dark reunion.
Dark reunion.
Oh
man.
And then of course the beautiful, overly beautiful girl that everyone just gasps at.
Yeah, and he's I like that dynamic because she just like is almost like she's just like more attracted to Psyche because he knows what's happening.
He's not all into her all the time.
Because he's not into her all the time like everybody else, and she's like always delusional about it. She's like, oh, he just I don't know how he's not noticing me. Maybe it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Well, bringing her up, the creepy sibling love for her brother is
that's
the
unfortunately
creepiest.
a trope.
That is unfortunately too much of a trope. And that's the kind of thing that I really like the show No Game No Life. And I know they're not really brother and sister, but their relationship still creeps me out just a little bit.
Same. Yeah. Such a good show, but
yeah, it's good.
I wish that was not there.
All right. Sports anime. Every time Hyro's in a scene, it's just like, Psyche's gonna rise to the top of the judo world. It's gonna rise to the top of the tennis world.
I don't understand the butt thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Is that just a Psyche thing?
It might be.
Like, every time he like trips and his butt crack is on display. So
then you have my other favorite character, Aden, the gangster, the Yankee. He wears the glasses and he just tries to be normal. He's hilarious. I love him so much.
Unintentionally scary.
Yeah. So no, man, we can go for days here.
There's a lot, and I mean, there's a reason that Psyche is, they have a lot of material to pull from. I was thinking a little more generally. I think high schools in general are specifically an anime trope. Like, for whatever reason, things always have to be happening through a high school. With the high school kids. Time skips are a thing. Mostly with like the long standing animes like One Piece, Fairy Tail, Naruto, the bigger ones. Beach episodes.
The beach episodes.
It's got to be a beach episode.
Sports festivals.
Sports festivals.
Or just festivals. Yeah, in general.
Yeah. Getting stronger after a backstory. It's like you're in the middle of a fight. As soon as the backstory starts, depending on how that backstory is, it's either that person's about to die or they're about to get exponentially stronger.
That second win.
Like they could be almost dead, but if their backstory goes well, then yeah, they'll get that second win. They're just praying that they'll get the good backstory.
I'm just remembering in the beach episode when the college guys are kind of hitting on Teruhashi, and Kaido runs up and just punches the guy in the face, and he's like, "Ah, wait, no, I didn't feel anything. That's really weird." Like he almost was like, "Ah, wait, oh, hold on,
hold on." That's great.
So good.
Yeah, that's I need to watch some Psyche to cheer me up.
Yeah. Maybe I'm due as well. Maybe I need to go. It's that and House Husband are my two feel goods. Because I love House Husband.
Yeah.
They're just short episodes, just like Psyche, and it's just too funny.
Well, those are the ones that you're feeling down. You always count on Psyche. I do like House Husband. It's not my go-to, but I think Psyche's my only like go-to that for sure. Like I'm like, I don't even know. I don't. I'm in such a bad mood and everything's going horribly. It always picks me up.
So. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Let's see. Add some more questions for you.
Okay.
Yes. What is an anime that everyone loves but you can't get in? You just can't get into.
I mean, the obvious one's Code Geass, but I will think of another one, so I don't have to complain about Code Geass for another round. It's on a lot of top 10 lists. That's why I'm saying that.
I could tell you mine.
Yeah, go yours first. I don't need to think. I need to ponder.
I mean, I don't have a lot to say about it because I haven't watched it, but I know it's very popular. Vinland Saga. I've never watched it. I've heard that it's very good, like from most people. So
yeah,
it doesn't look interesting to me. And maybe if I start, that's one that for whatever reason it slipped through my 3-episode rule. I just haven't even given it a chance. So
that's fair.
Someday.
That has been recommended to me as well. Maybe we just need to set a goal and do a 3-episode watch and see what it's.
Yeah.
So,
what you got?
I would say maybe one that a lot of people do like that I just can't get into, but I'm not going to judge it too harshly because I do see the good merit in it. Is probably That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. A lot of people really like it, and I understand why. I used to kind of crap on it more, but the world building is cool. The economics of it is cool. I just wish that Rimuru would have cooler fights. That's all I wish for. That they'd be longer, a multi-episode fight. Like I want to see him have action because he's cool, you know. And so
His
I
fights
struggle.
don't really last long. I mean, I think he has one fight that lasts more than one episode, though. I think if it lasts more than 2 episodes, then it's falling into like, the super stretched out shonen anime
Well,
territory.
and you're right, because you have One Piece that has like 10 episodes or one fight, and they've got to cycle through like 80 fights at once. And you have Dragon Ball Z where he's holding the spirit bomb up for like 10 episodes before he even thinks about throwing it. And and I'm not even saying that. I just mean I like the struggle. I like the creative victory. I mean, when he beat Milim, I use quotations because he didn't really beat Milim. Um, I think you're allotted some of that. It's like, okay, that's funny. She'd never tried honey or whatever he gave her before, and that was fun. But after that, the fight's got to get serious. Like that Leviathan thing that attacked the city.
Charybdis? I
Yeah,
can't say it.
yes, whatever
That
that
thing.
thing was.
Charybdis?
I think that would have been kind of cool to
It
give the
would.
city more of a rise. Like let's fortify. Let's get some catapults going. Let's get Rimuru up there holding off the line. Like let's make this fight last 2 episodes, maybe 3 episodes, and get a good outcome here. But then Milim just was like,
Well, they didn't
boom,
even.
done.
Yeah. Milam came in. Was like, I got this.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
The
sure.
Hinata fight was probably the Hinata fight was probably the most meaningful fight as far as like the animes that are out right now. And the Clayman fight was good, I guess.
Yeah, so we'll
It was
see.
important.
One day I might give it another go, but as of right now, I just don't have super interest. We'll see. I'm not short on animes
That's
though.
okay.
That's the thing.
No,
I got plenty. So
right.
we'll see.
Let's see if I got any more questions.
Well, I have a question for you.
Here's a good one. Oh,
Okay,
no,
you
you go
ask
ahead.
yours
I'll ask.
first. Mine's more of an ending question.
Okay. If you could erase one anime from your memory and rewatch it for the first time, actually, I'm going to change that. If you could erase one anime from your memory, what would it be? No rewatching it. Just
No,
erase it.
it's gone. It's got to be Code Geass. It's got to be. I wish I didn't see it, so then I would feel more joy in my life, not having to think about
Mm-hmm.
how I don't like it. It's got to be that one.
Yeah.
I, I mean, maybe One Piece because then I'd have a lot more money as we look around my One Piece room.
Oh
But
man,
no, it's
that
got to
gives
be
you
Code
meaning.
Geass.
Your life meaning.
Yeah, life meaning.
um,
Yeah, what
I
about you?
don't. That's honestly hard for me. I'm trying to kind of look at my list here, like which one of these would I just want to not remember. Like there's several that I'm like I wouldn't really care, but not one that I'm like, oh, I just get that out of there. Please.
Well, yeah, it's got to have an impact because if you don't care, who cares? But
Mm-hmm.
it's got to hit hard.
I don't know. I had high hopes for Zom 100. And it was just I don't know. I'm not super into zombie shows anyways. Even so I like watched it and I was like, oh, this is getting pretty good, and then it just kind of like bleh. And honestly, I would not mind if it was just erased. It could be gone. It's fine.
That's fair.
So I don't know if like I'm sure there are people who love zombie shows out there that love it, and and would be upset by that, but I am just not one of them.
That's
So
fair. I won't judge
there's
you.
definitely, regardless of like the plot and everything and the disappointment, like I can see why people would appreciate the show, even outside of the just being a zombie show. But I do like that they use like rainbow colors instead of blood. It was very colorful, a very colorful show. But yeah. All right. What's your question?
My question is, in a month from now, are you ready for Fan X?
Yes. Let us go to the Fan X.
I think it's just you and me, man. I think everyone else bailed.
Nathan, why does he think he can just not go? It's not like he's getting married or something.
Oh gosh, it's like he needs to save his money for his life.
I feel like he just needs to tell his fiance that they need to postpone.
Yeah, can we push that back a bit?
I really just want to go to this FanX thing and nerd out. It's really pretty cool. She'll get it.
She'll understand.
That's understandable. What about Tyler? What's Tyler doing?
He's probably saving his money because he's coming up for the wedding.
All right.
Well, really, I mean, I'm going over to the bachelor party, then to FanX, then to the wedding, and I'm like, that right there is going to kill me financially anyway. So
yeah,
I'm pretty pumped though. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Go to FanX.
I don't honestly. I should be. I should be more adequately excited, but I don't even know who's supposed to be going there.
All 4 hobbits are going to be there. A big part of the cast of Has-Been Hotel, if you've ever seen that show.
4 hobbits and John Rhys Davies.
He's going now too? I know Mel Gibson's going to be there for some reason.
I like Matthew Lillard. He played Shaggy.
Oh yeah, yeah. That'd be cool. You're right. Good. John Rhys Davies is right there.
Good old LeVar Burton. I think my wife would be happy about Lena Parrilla. I'm probably saying her name wrong, but she was on Once Upon a Time.
Thomas Jane's gonna be there. He plays the Punisher in the movie with John Travolta.
Yeah. Spider-Man's aunt is gonna be there.
Oh, did you see John Heder is gonna be there?
John Hader?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
No, I didn't see that actually.
And Pedro.
Oh, nice. See Cole Sprouse from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. He's actually a pretty funny kid. I say kid, he's probably like, I don't know, late 20s or something at this point. I don't know. Let me see.
Keith David's gonna be there.
Oh, he's 32. Holy crap. He's like as old as I am. I'm gonna go with that.
You're so old.
I know.
Did you see Finn's gonna be there too? Finn the human.
Finn the human.
Boy.
Oh man.
Okay, listen. Keith David's gonna be there. I have to save up money and go say hi to Keith David. He's one of my favorite people.
Why? I mean, I'm seeing he's in Rick and Morty and Gargoyles.
Yeah. So
and Call of Duty.
Yeah, he voices a ton of things. He voices Dr. Facilier and Princess and the Frog.
Mm-hmm.
He does a good job there. He is in Has-Been Hotel, which I've recently watched, and I like that show. He's in... I just watched a movie with him in it called The Quick and the Dead, and he plays a bounty hunter in that. I think he's cool. I want to go say hi to him. Zelda's gonna be there? What? Okay, this list is pretty good. This list feels different from the last time I looked. They must have added some people.
It definitely seems better to me last year. Anyway. Mostly because they have all the hobbits.
All the hobbits.
I just love like they're also real. Like, and I hope that that is accurate. But everything that I've experienced, as far as like I've watched interviews, I've watched them speak at other cons, and they just are so exactly how they act in real life. You know, they just don't seem like a bunch of jerks, and they're all like still really good friends. Like everybody in the cast is pretty much still just really good friends, especially the hobbits. Like,
I did look it up. It's gonna be about $400 if you want to go actually meet them and have them sign something, take a picture with you.
oh man,
For all four
I
though,
might,
that's
I'll probably just have to look at them. Like,
from
hi,
afar. Just
take a
appreciate them
picture.
at a distance.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've entertained the people long enough. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Catch us at FanX if you're in town. We'll be there
Yeah.
doing stuff.
Be there. We won't have a booth or anything, but we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll just walk around. If you happen to run into us, then cool. You can say hi. I'll be there every day. So
cool. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all in the next one.